wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Back with another one. Today we're going to call this episode Delusional Diddy. But before I get into that, let me cover my ass, no Diddy. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good morning, everybody. How's everybody feeling today? How was your weekend? How was everything? I had a great weekend. I enjoyed it. Hope everybody enjoyed theirs. Yo, boy Diddy, he just ain't gonna stop, y'all. Diddy ain't gonna stop. He ain't gonna stop. He ain't gonna stop. Everybody, make sure you join the live. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Diddy complaining about the food so much. I wouldn't be surprised if he talk about food poisoning. He talking about the McMaggot burgers, talking about the food expired. I'm sure the judge say it's prison, my guy. This ain't the Ritz Hotel. But we're gonna get into all of that. Diddy also trying to be they looking for home confinement, no time. They want the judge to just put Diddy up in his mansion, poolside, sipping tequila margaritas instead of serving his time. Y'all, they gonna make sure this judge throw the book at him. They gonna make sure this judge gonna take throw the book at him. But also, y'all, Tuesdays and Thursdays will be subscriber only. Just a major announcement. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays will be regular, but Tuesdays and Thursdays will be subscriber only. But you still, of course, could catch Tuesdays and Thursdays live show on YouTube. But as far as Apple and Spotify and all this podcasts, Tuesdays and Thursdays will be subscriber only. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays will be a regularly scheduled program. Just want to make sure everybody knows that. Trying to definitely look out for the subscribers in the community. The subscribers are the people keeping this thing going. The people super chatting, the people super stickers. Because y'all know one thing about me, I'm not selling out. So I'm not taking no sponsors that's gonna try to control my message, control my content, none of that. So definitely will be leaning towards all the subscribers out there, my YouTube members. Also, if you want to become a member of the YouTube, I think, let me see. I should have that. But the YouTube members, by the way. But anyway, let's get into this for a second. Let's talk about what your boy Diddler got going on. This guy keep talking about the damn food and the maggots. I want to see these maggots because the way he talking about them, it's like as soon as they hand him his food, it's just maggots crawling all over him. I just can't believe that. I can't believe that. But now that it seems like the pardon has went down the drain or the toilet or whatever you want to call it. I guess now he got to try some other stuff. Now he got to try this other stuff. So, hey, if you want to be a member of the YouTube, become a member of the YouTube family. Make sure you don't miss no episodes. Some episodes will be subscriber only. Some episodes will be members only. I'm gonna mix them in there. But we definitely gonna be taking care of our members and our subscribers, because like I said, without them, we don't have a show. The new schedule starts this week. Danae, the new schedule starts this week. But if you're catching the live show, you don't have to worry about it for the most part. It's just every now and then we will have some member only lives, but I'll let you know that's not happening right now on YouTube. But right now, I'll suggest everybody get your members only. Get your members only subscription on YouTube. I put the link in the chat. It's also in the description box. And while we at it, let me put the Buzzsprout subscription so that you won't miss Tuesdays and Thursdays episodes. So you won't miss Tuesday and Thursday's episode at all. Let's put that in there. So I'm gonna put the Buzzsprout membership in there. Buzzsprout is in there, and also the link to the YouTube is in there. Good morning, everybody. Who we got in the building today? We got C Tuck in the building. See, we got Melissa in the building. Yeah, people change they thing. Hey, we got a new member. Shout out to the new member. Everybody's names looking all different now. What's going on? Are we in a new setting or something? Everybody's name, did y'all switch up names? Y'all tricking me? Or is this something that the system doing? Because I don't know who everybody is, and I know by the profile pictures. Like, I believe this is Angie, right? But I don't want to say the wrong name. Good morning, everybody. So definitely become your member. I don't want you to miss out, but y'all know I value the content and I value keeping it real. And the only way we're gonna be able to keep this thing real and keep this show authentically what it is to continue to build up the members, build up the subscribers, the super chats, and so on and so forth. Because I ain't changing my content for shit. I will make my show subscriber only, members only, totally, before I sell out to a corporate sponsor who's gonna try to change my stuff, because they reach out every day. They reach out every single day. I get emails from different sponsors, and I know, you can tell by the sponsor what they're gonna try to do to your content. And I'll be like, hell no, y'all gonna get this work. Angie's a new sponsor. Okay, the new sponsors. I thought it was Angie. I just wanted to make sure, because they didn't change these names around. I don't know what happened. Why is everybody's name? What happened? Everything looks so different. I come back over the weekend and everybody got ats and names different. C-Tuck name different. Even though I like C-Tuck, keep it G, but I ain't never seen that before. C-Tuck said it threw him off too. Yeah, I don't know what happened, y'all. This is some new shit. Anyway, Diddy complaining about McMaggot burgers. Also wants home confinement in his mansion, no time. He thinks this judge is a joke. And last but not least, another thing we're going to get into today, if y'all haven't heard, Diddy is also saying that he is going to be and wants to be a domestic violence counselor. Diddy is doing anything to get out of this time, and it's giving him a new name. We call him Desperate Diddy. Itty bitty Diddy, itty bitty Desperate Diddy is what we're gonna call him on today's show. So itty bitty Desperate Diddy talking about he gonna be a fucking domestic violence counselor. A domestic violence counselor. He was just whooping ass 5 minutes ago, but now he want to get out early and get time served because he wants to be an advocate for domestic violence. This the same guy who said he wanted Trump to be banished. And then 5 minutes later, he's saying he's willing to be a Trump supporter. A Trump supporter if Trump give him a pardon. After he told all the people to banish Trump and get Trump out of office, he is a spineless jellyfish and a fraud. I don't respect that. And the only people that respect that, they are also frauds. If you haven't learned by now, Diddy and anybody like him would just do anything to get their way. Oh yeah, y'all need to pour that. Don't come on. Who coming with the first super chat today? First super chat today will be today's show. Today's producer. Who gonna produce the show today? First $10 super chat. You were the official producer of the show today. But Diddy, itty bitty desperate Diddy. He talking about the food. Also that he would be a Trump supporter. Yeah, did y'all hear that? Have you ever heard more desperation? He said through Mark Garagos, who's on the TM Sleazy podcast, they are so desperate. He has said that if Diddy gets his pardon, from Trump, he will be the #1 Trump supporter on earth. I don't think MAGA, hey MAGA, where you at, MAGA? Y'all want Diddy as y'all lead supporter? Diddy say he'll be the new supporter. He'll be the new lead supporter. He'll be the MAGA leader. Where y'all at, MAGA? Y'all want Diddy? Raise your hand if you all want Diddy. Because Diddy say if Trump give him a pardon, he gonna be the #1 Trump supporter. Y'all know my saying, you can support anybody you want, but I don't like phony support, and I don't like people thinking we stupid as hell. Itty bitty desperate Diddy. Those maggot burgers are going to his head. They think this judge is like my uncle used to say, boo-boo the fool. Whenever you was doing something stupid, my uncle would call you boo-boo the fool. Like boo-boo the fool. They think this judge is boo-boo the fool. And I think with every desperate attempt, the judge tack on 2 to 3 more years. He put it in his notes. I was going to give him 8. Now I'm giving him 10. I was going to give him 10. Now I'm giving him 12. I was going to give, fuck it. Give him the whole 20. I ain't never seen nothing like it. And you got idiots supporting it. But I say the same idiots supporting this are the same ones who are opportunistic and will do whatever it takes or whatever they have to do to get their way. They stand for nothing. They fall for everything. Just like they fallen for the dip. And I ain't a Diddy hater. I'm just a real truth teller, and I tell it like it is. I ain't no Diddy hater. Shit, when he dropped that song, his last song, Gotta Move On, you know, the Red video where he's talking about, she don't want my love, I guess I gotta move on. I was like the only one playing that shit. This before all the stuff hit, all the Cassidy lawsuit, and you know the video. Way before all of that, I was playing the hell out of. She don't want my love. I guess I gotta move on. I guess nobody liked that song, and I was playing the hell out of it. Support Diddy. So I ain't no Diddy hater. I hate that he went out bad like this. But I gotta call it like it is, or I wouldn't be Flo. You disappointed me, Diddy. Very disappointed. Had me bumping that song, playing that song. People like, man, why are you playing that song? I'm just trying to support. Angie said she might have fixed it, y'all. But this is what I'm saying. Itty bitty desperate Diddy talking about the food expired. Don't be surprised when you hear about some food poisoning. Diddy about to try to make himself throw up. Listen what they said in this article. I'm only taking a piece out of this article because just reading the lies make me throw up. So I'm only taking a piece out of the Yahoo Entertainment. Diddy continues to face grim jail conditions with maggot-infested meals as he awaits sentencing. He claimed that the food served in jail is often expired or infested with maggots. Described the facility as inhumane. What did you think this was, Diddy? The Bellagio in Vegas? The Hilton Inn, the Ritz-Carlton? This is prison. They not shopping at Whole Foods. It might be a little expired. Shit, coming up, we couldn't afford to just throw everything out. Sometimes some of my foods expire. Guess what my mom would do? She would smell that milk. She said, boy, this milk still some good. You better eat that cereal. The fuck? I heard maggots is protein. I heard they're a good source for protein. Build the muscles up. But it's inhumane. So what about the other thousands and thousands of prisoners? Should they get out too? If you get out, if the food is expired and it's maggots, I guess they should just free the whole jail. Free the whole jail then. Diddy, itty bitty, delusional, desperate Diddy. Got his lawyers running around talking this stupid shit. MDC routinely serves food that is expired or infested with maggots. So you telling me you've been eating maggots this whole time? You telling me either the food is expired or it's served with maggot? You better eat them maggots. Hey, look, Miss Fagan say, I still smell my milk. Yeah. Groceries too hot. If that's still some good, you know, that expired, it might say expired. What's today? It might say expired August 10th. Today, August 11th. If my mama smell that milk and it still smell good, your ass gonna be eating cereal on some expired milk. Milk costs $5. Ain't nobody got time for Diddy. If that food passed the smell test and the taste test, your ass better get ready to eat some expired shit. Then he goes on to be talking about he want home confinement. We gonna get into we saving the counselor. We saving the Diddy being a domestic violence counselor bit. We saving that for a bit. We gonna get to that. That's hilarious. We gonna get to that. But let's talk about Diddy's lawyers consider seeking home confinement for the rapper to deal with his anger issues. So they're going to tell the judge, Diddy has anger issues. So to deal with those anger issues, let's not hold him accountable. Let's free him on home confinement, no more time served, and let him serve his time in his Miami mansion. And I told y'all know, just like the judge been watching he checked TM Sleazy and Mark Garagos about that comment on their podcast when they said that something about the prosecution team was full of white women and beer or something crazy they said. All I know is the judge reprimanded him on that, which lets you know the judge watched podcasts, the judge watches social media, the judge is paying attention to all this shit going on out here. And y'all know he is hearing and seeing all this chatter with Diddy and his lawyers talking about what they gonna do. 1 year, they looking at one or 2 years, home confinement. 2 to 3 years, not in a prison. They talking about home confinement. I don't think none of this bodes well with the judge. Oh, a 6-pack of white women. Thank you. That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah, they on the podcast calling the prosecutor. The judge should have knew right then and there who he was fucking with, and he should have laid the smack down on Diddy and his legal team right at that moment. When Mark Garagos went on that podcast and felt so comfortable, felt so entitled to call the prosecution a 6-pack of white women. Now, if there was all men, would he call it a 6-pack of white men? Hell fucking no. But when he did that, the judge should have put his foot down right then and there. I think he was too nice. I love the judge. I think overall he did a pretty good job. I think not sequestering the jury was a big mistake, but I don't know if that was totally in his hands. I don't know. But I think the biggest mistake in this whole thing was not sequestering the jury, but we already talked about that. But I think besides not sequestering the jury, I think he was a little bit too nice. And Diddy and his legal team took advantage of it. Because if when the judge was, once they saw he was too nice, or once they saw that this judge was kind of nice and kind of gave you a lot of chances, that's what, if you notice, as the trial went on, Diddy was nodding at the juries, shaking his head, making faces, staring at motherfuckers. And see, if I was the judge, that wouldn't have been no warrant. Soon as I seen all that shit and he kept carrying on, your ass out the courtroom for 2 weeks or a week. You nodding and intimidating motherfuckers. You intimidating other content creators, staring at them, nodding at juries. It wouldn't have been no warning. You gone for a week. 6-pack of white women. You are, I'm gonna hold your ass in contempt. I think the judge gave too many chances. And you might have some people to say, well, he was trying to maybe protect himself to not get he was trying to protect himself to not get a what you want to call it, for the appeal or whatever. Well, what I say to that is they didn't get the major charges anyway. So what you worried about an appeal? They didn't even need an appeal. So, you can't worry so much about an appeal that you're too nice on the fucking real trial. And I believe it. Like I said, but I say all that to say, I think the judge is about to make up for all of that at this sentencing. I think judge is going to make up for all of that at the sentencing. I think he knows he was too nice. Because if he would have came in swinging the sword from the very beginning, Diddy wouldn't have been nodding and doing all those gestures at the jury at all. But it's kind of like when you was in school and you had a substitute teacher, or you had a teacher that was nice and kind of let shit go. By the time the end of the day would start, or you get halfway through the day, at first he would, let people talk a little bit, let them laugh a little bit, let them get a few jokes off without no real repercussions. Next thing you know, I was in classes like this. Next thing you know, all hell broke loose in class. The teacher had to either give up or just start yelling at motherfuckers because just Diddy's like a child. We were all been there, man. We would be good if we had a mean teacher. But if we sensed blood in the water and sensed that teacher was nice, we would gradually start talking, gradually keep asking to go to the bathroom. And as you start seeing how nice that was, by the time halfway through, we swinging off the damn chandeliers. We in that thing playing basketball on the trash cans. We ain't doing no work. The fucking classroom turned into a virtual zoo once we figured out we had a nice teacher, or once we figured out that this substitute teacher wasn't going to do jack shit. And I believe that's what happened in this courtroom. And I ain't been the judge, but I'm just critiquing him, and he was too nice. See, it's a shame in this world you can't be nice. It's a shame in this world you can't be nice. It shouldn't be his fault for being too nice. We really should live in a world where people respect you for being nice and people appreciate you being nice and giving people the benefit of the doubt. But we don't live in that world. We live in a world where itty bitty ditties and people just like them, you give them an inch, they're going to take a country mile. Oh, no, that judge was very nice. I don't know. That judge was, I was there. Are you crazy? Ain't no judge going for somebody said that judge was too nice. Do you think what judge would even go for a defendant nodding? Tell me the last time y'all, and put it in the chat. Tell me the last defendant y'all know that was nodding and staring down and talking, basically body language, communicating with the jury. Please put the name of the defendant in the chat. Put the name of the defendant in the chat. As a matter of fact, I want the person to say the judge didn't seem too nice. You show me the last person you saw where the defendant was nodding and intimidating the jury and looking at them and getting away with it. Please put that name in the chat. Since you said, but I mean, listen, I'm glad you tuning in, Miss Chanel. He admonished her, but admonished the damage was done. If the judge didn't come across as being nice, Diddy would have never been doing that shit. See, you got to get to the root of the problem. Why is Diddy doing that? What did he sense in that judge to make him feel empowered to do some shit no defendant has done to anybody's knowledge? I asked you to put the name of the defendant that's been nodding and staring at juries and was able to sit in that same courtroom. Put their name in the chat. Put the name in the chat. You know how we do this, the Flow Show, no filter. You know, I don't do shit without receipts. And we've almost hit 5 minutes since I asked that question. I haven't seen a name yet. See, you looking at the aftermath. The damage was already done. See, you coming from I'm a person who would give me an inch and I would take a mile when I was in school. Or I was the best student you ever knew if you was a mean teacher. But soon as I seen some cracks I could slip through, I'm getting away with murder. So see, I can see things that maybe Coke, not Chanel, maybe you don't peep it. But you got to understand and realize, why was Diddy even doing that crazy shit? If he knew that this judge was not going to fuck around, he wouldn't even try that. That's what you got to understand. You looking at, he don't care if he getting admonished after the fucking, he already done communicated with him. After the fact, the damage was done. I'm not, hey, look, I like the judge. I don't think the judge did nothing wrong. I think it's wrong that you can't be nice and courteous and motherfuckers respect it. That's what I'm saying. Oh, but yeah, no. But yet you can't name one. No, I don't do all the honestly believe none of that. That's word salad. Put a name in there. If you can't put a name in there, it don't mean shit. I mean, we can say anything. I can say I'm Superman. We do receipts on the Flow Show, no filter. Flow community, let them know. Without a receipt, you can beat your feet. Okay, that's my point. I'm glad you said that. And it's all good, Coke No Michelle. I appreciate you chiming in. It's always love. It's always love. But if you can't, and this go for me. This ain't just for you. If I can't produce a receipt, then I might as well beat my feet. Because it don't hold no water. Because we can say anything in the world. I can say I'm Superman, Santa Claus, and Malcolm X. But if I can't show you no receipt that show that, then I might as well keep it to myself. So like I said, no defendant has done that shit. Diddy felt empowered to do that shit because he saw a crack in the judge. He saw some shit I could get away with. And true, you admonished him after the fact. True, you admonished even Mark Agnifilo said all type of crazy shit. Remember, I was at the trial. He said all kind of crazy shit during his closing arguments. To the point that the judge did, like you said, he admonished them after the fact. But admonishing after the fact don't mean crap. They got this shit off. They got it off and the judge let them get that shit off. Just think about a teacher that's too nice. Once the act been done, all they showing you is, look, you so nice, I can do whatever I want. And then what you gonna do? You gonna admonish me after the fact. And like I said, this ain't a slight to the judge. This is a slight to society, that we are in a society where you can't be nice to motherfuckers because they're going to take advantage every time. Exactly. And my point is, and Angie, and my point is, I said that I think the judge was trying to avoid appearance of bias and to avoid an appeal based on him. But in that same breath, he lost the case. So your reasoning can be that. But then now that they don't need no appeal. Now it don't matter about the bias. They don't need no appeal. We virtually lost the serious charges. That's my whole point. I know exactly why he did it. But scared, we had a saying, scared money don't make no money. He was so busy trying not to get an appeal that we fucking lost, and they got a lot of dirty. They was able to get dirty pool off. That is my entire point. I know exactly why he did what he did. But at the end of the day, he erred too much on the side of caution, and we end up losing the fucking case. So it didn't even matter about an appeal. It don't matter about the bias. I would rather him had to appeal it than lose. That's my point. I would rather him had to appeal it than lose. If they ain't got to appeal, if they lost, what difference did it make about an appeal? What difference do it make about a looking biased? We don't come to lose, we come to win. And that's my point. Y'all know I've been pumping the judge up. I like the judge. I think the judge is a good guy. I think he did a good job. I'm just saying, sometimes in sports, you got to know your opponent. If anybody remember, I was a hell of a basketball player, right? And I was the type of basketball player, I let my game do the talking. I didn't talk a lot of shit. I didn't play dirty. But guess what? If I went against a dirty opponent, or I went against somebody that played like that, I knew how to get with their ass. If my boy Butter was in this chat, he'd tell you how I was on the basketball court. That's my point about this judge. I don't believe he fully knew he was dealing with an itty bitty Diddy. He probably never dealt with an itty bitty Diddy before. And an itty bitty Diddy, you have to keep your foot on their neck from the very, very, very beginning. Because the minute you try to get them some leeway, or the minute you try to be nice, they take that shit for weakness and they take full advantage of you. That's what this whole trial was about. This whole trial was about Diddy being nice, being cordial, saying the right things. And soon as he sinks his teeth into you, he beating your ass and got you in freak offs. Diddy did the same thing in this trial. Wake up, y'all. A leopard don't change his spots. Diddy knows one play. He love bombed the court. He acted like one breath, he trying to get pardons, talking about shit ain't fair, and the lawyers isn't talking about this Mann Act, basically saying the judge ain't being fair. But in the judge's face, Diddy telling the judge he did a great, outstanding job. See, I don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. And my people in the flow community who open their eyes and ears and listen, y'all don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Diddy did the same thing that got him indicted. He did the same thing to the court. He sat there with his gray hair and his Bill Cosby sweaters, twiddling his thumbs, and acted like the perfect gentleman, doing hearts to his mom. acting like the model citizen, and as soon as he fooled y'all with that shit, he was intimidating content creators, staring and nodding at juries, throwing sticky notes all over the place, throwing tantrums. Open your eyes and ears, y'all. A leopard don't change their spots. Don't fall for it. Y'all know I'm the top dog tea leaf reader. I dissect shit letter by letter, not sentence by sentence, not paragraph by paragraph. I told you, when I dissect some shit, when I start at the word the, I'm dissecting the T, the H, and the E. Open heart surgery when I attack a subject. So unless you dissecting it like that, you do better off just listening. Because listen to what I'm explaining. He love bombed them girls. He love bombed his employees. And soon as the second he knew that the love bombing worked, it was freak off, buy drugs, I'm beating the hell out of you. All this stuff we know to be true. You think if he doing that shit at damn near 50 years old and been doing it for 30 years, you think he switched his playbook up during the trial? No. He did the same thing. He loved bomb the judge. He loved bomb the courtroom. He loved bomb the jurors. And once he sunk his teeth into everybody, the real Diddy came out. The one nodding at the jury. The Rotten Tomato girl, I don't know her name, the content creator, staring at her like he gonna kill her. Looking at the jurors dead in their eyes. They all live in New York. Letting them know I know who you are. Y'all heard the rumors about I killed Tupac, I killed Kim Porter, I killed Wolf, I killed all these motherfuckers. Y'all heard the rumors? Yeah, so I'm staring at all y'all and I'm nodding. I'm making sure y'all know I know who the fuck y'all is. And if I get admonished after the fact, who gives a fuck? The damage is already done. See, when you come to the Flow Show No Filter, you get the kind of insight you can't get nowhere. I was born to do this. I was born to see through motherfuckers. And I was born to not only see through motherfuckers, but to pass the word on a big platform to all the people who are willing to listen and realize this motherfucker got a 7th sense. I ain't got a 6th sense. I have a 7th sense. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. If what I broke down, you can't see what I broke down, let me know in the chat. Tell me Diddy didn't love bomb the court. He only know one play. Diddy is a one-trick pony. He only know one way to do things. That's why one minute he can tell them Trump, he gonna banish Trump and he need to be banished. And the next minute he could be asking him for a pardon, saying he gonna be the #1 Trump supporter. He will say anything and do anything to get his way. He only know one play. So you think he give a fuck when he get admonished after the fact? When he beat the hell out of them women. And after the beating, they tell him they hate him, or they mad at him, or they block him, or whatever. You think he give a fuck after the fact? He don't give a fuck after the fact. The damage is done. If you think admonishing him after the fact is doing something, you are exactly who he take advantage of. You think those women didn't admonish Diddy after the fact? You think you think the employees or workers that he took advantage of didn't admonish him after the fact, tell him how they felt about it? Yes, they did. But when you itty bitty delusional Diddy after the fact don't mean shit. Because he gonna beat the hell out of you again. He gonna take advantage of you again. See, normal people like Melissa or normal people in the chat, when you admonish them, that's because they truly made a mistake. And when you admonish them, I'm gonna change. If I make a mistake, I'm gonna make a genuine mistake. If you tell me I've messed up, I'm gonna really listen to you, and I'm gonna try to change that. But we're not talking about a regular motherfucker. We're talking about a narcissistic, toxic person who has been indicted for crazy shit. They don't give a fuck about the admonishment after the fact. That's all a joy. That's a joke to them. That's what they want. Just let me get my shit off. That's all they care about. Look, you can admonish me after the fact till the cows come home. You can admonish me every single day, twice on Sundays. As long as you let me get my shit off first, that's all I care about. And that's what I want y'all to understand. I don't want itty bitty delusional Diddy because he's very crafty at what he do. He very slick, but I'm slicker. You ain't getting that shit past me. You might get it past Coke No Michelle, or you might get it past somebody else. You ain't getting that shit past me. I know exactly what the fuck is going on. And not only do I know what's going on, but I break it down in a way where even if you didn't know what's going on, after I get done breaking it down, you say, shit, I see it now. I see how Diddy love bombed the court. I see how Diddy came in there with his grandpa sweaters and his gray hair and his glasses or whatever, and his heart signs to his mama. And the next minute, you know, he's threatening and nodding and doing all kind of shit to the jury. How long did that go on? Even the judge said he's been doing it. When you say he's been doing it, that implies that you saw him doing it and you let it go. The first time I saw him even look at a jury, Diddy, get your ass out the courtroom. Not no, I seen you been doing it. If you go back to the article, the judge said he has been nodding and doing gestures. That's way too much. You saw it and let it go. That was a mistake. I love you, Judge Sebermanian. But I also love you enough to point out some errors you did, some mistakes you made. See, I told you words matter. How he has time to nod and do other shit. Nodding and agreeing, making gestures. How you got time to do all that? The first time I saw your beady little eyes even looking in that direction, get your ass out my courtroom today. We got to figure this out. This ain't going nowhere. And I think the judge learned a valuable lesson, y'all. I think the judge learned a valuable lesson, and that is you can't be so worried about an appeal and you ain't even got the fuck and you don't even get the right verdict. And again, I love the judge. I think the judge is a great guy. I think he's a smart guy. And I think he's going to do the right thing when it comes to sentencing. I am just critiquing what he did, just like he critiqued motherfuckers. The judge critique people, he can get critiqued. I get critiqued. That's life. We all adults. Put your grown up pants on. I can critique you and still love you. I love this judge. I think he was fair. I just think he was a little loosey-goosey. That's all. I just think he was a little loosey-goosey. Exactly. Ain't gonna find one. Ain't gonna find one. And see, that's the thing about me. One thing about flow, we all got a right to our opinion, right? But when you come at me with one, your ass better have a receipt, or you're gonna be sitting in the corner. Because I'm good at this, what I do. This right here, I don't know what everybody do, but this is what I do. When I say something, I'm already got 10, 15 reasons behind it. I research this shit at night. I don't just wake up, roll out the bed, and talk shit. Because I'm talking to thousands and thousands and millions of motherfuckers every day. So I can't just get up and just say nothing. But see, sometimes when people in the chat, their fingers get to twirling, and then they say something, and all right, give me a receipt. Then it's crickets. That's when you know, hey, look, ain't no harm, but you just know when you come in this, you dealing with the best. You dealing with top tier. What I always say, y'all, I could beat you. I can take my side, beat you while you trying to prove your side. Then I can take your side, make it my side, and beat you with your own side. Top tier debater, top tier journalist, top tier researcher. Check all my platforms. The zebra done came out. I don't come to y'all. Hey, look, whatever y'all jobs is, I know if I show up to y'all job or I show up to whatever it is y'all do, I know I ain't gonna be as good as doing it as y'all. I don't know if we got some scientists in here. We got some Uber drivers. We got people who do all type of stuff. And I know I can't jump out the bed and go to your place of employment or go to what you do and be better than you at. I know that. See, it ain't about what you know. It's about knowing what you don't know. But one thing about it, when it comes to debating these topics, this story that I've been covering for over a year, I make videos and content and analyze shit all day long, every day. It is how I eat. You're not coming in my arena unprepared. When you come into my arena, you stepping in with a lion. Because this is what I do. Ain't nothing against nobody. I won't never come to your job and think I can do your job better than you. But you damn sure ain't coming in here thinking you can do what I do better than me. Like I said, if you come at flow, just know you better have a receipt. If you ain't got one, it's gonna be crickets, and you're gonna be in the corner trying to think of some shit. I don't even edit my shit. My shit is real time, on the fly. I don't have to edit shit. I don't have to do anything. That's how prepared I am. And that's how prepared you need to be if you gonna come at me and try to prove a point. Anybody can just say anything. Even right now, I got 10 receipts of stuff I've been saying in my phone I ain't even used. I just got them just in case somebody try to come in here and think they know some shit. That's how prepared I am. This is open heart surgery at 8:30 a.m. every Monday through Friday. I don't play with this. This open heart surgery. So you getting the best when you come in here. Now let's get, oh, thank you for the super Apple Pay. Allison just sent me an Apple Pay. She said, I love it. Thank you for the $10. Allison, you are the official producer of today's show. Allison, if you in the chat, Allison, can we talk about Diddy being wanting to be a domestic violence counselor advocate? Can we go on to that? Allison, if you're in the chat, let me know if you're ready to talk about that. Thank you for the $10. Holla, and I like it. But see, same reason that Coke, same reason I put Coke, whatever her name is crickets, because they don't have no receipt. That's why these other podcasters and YouTubers and people, they harass each other. You're not going to see them harass me. Because they know one thing about Flo. He know what he's talking about, and he is over-prepared. I got dozens of receipts that be on my phone I don't even use. I just got them there just in case somebody come in here and feel like they know something. See, the no shirt and the headband and coming as I am, that's all just showing that I don't need much to get my point across. That's what the whole point of this. But the funny part is they see the no shirt, they see the headband, they see that I don't do a lot of smoke and mirrors and tricks, and then they equate that to, oh, I'm just up here talking. Oh no, I research for hours and hours and hours. When I get off of this podcast, I have to make content for all my social media platforms. I research the shit out of all of this. I'm so prepared. That's why if you ever notice when somebody come in them comments trying to refute something I'm saying, it normally ends in crickets. Y'all be here. Y'all know I ain't lying. The people that been dedicated and been on this show, y'all know I'm not lying. It normally ends in crickets. Why? Because I'm too prepared. I've already thought of every reason, everything, every scenario. I've already thought about it before your ass came in the chat. Trust me. So when you say, defendants have already did this and this and that, I already researched that they haven't. Before the question even came, I researched that before I turned on this show today. That's how surgically inclined I am when it comes to this. Because I believe in being prepared. I believe in being over-prepared. That's why I got 1 million viewers every day across all platforms. That's why if you go in my comment section, you see them getting cooked one after another because they pop in there. They say, oh, this is just a guy with a headband, no shirt on. He just shooting from the hip until we directly talking about whatever we talk about. Then they realize like, holy fuck. This dude don't got a shirt on. He just put a headband on because he put all his effort into knowing what the fuck he talking about. I don't have to wake up in the morning and figure out what outfit I'm wearing and which way, how I'm gonna get cute and how I'm gonna do my hair. I don't spend no time on that shit in the morning before this show. You know why? I spend all my time knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. So while they trying to get cute, I'm researching what the hell I'm talking about. While they figuring out which shirt they gonna put on and do their shirt match their jeans and do the shoes go with their shirt and is their hair gonna be in this way or that way. While they doing that, I'm researching what the fuck I'm talking about. So that's why when we get in this arena, it ain't even a fair fight. because I eat, sleep, and breathe this shit. I don't have no fucking time in the morning to figure out, do my shirt match my trousers? Because I'm too busy worrying about every scenario and breaking this shit down better than anybody else on this motherfucker. That's why. So when people ask why you don't have a shirt on, because I understand what decision fatigue is. And only the great ones like Einstein and people like that understand what decision fatigue is. Your brain has a certain amount of capacity and energy to make decisions and think critically. And y'all and a lot of these people waste too much time on bullshit. I don't waste time on decisions that don't mean shit. So I got all my brain power, all my ability to critically think goes towards my fucking profession. And that's why I wipe the floor with motherfuckers. So when you see a person who does their job and they are a minimalist, they don't give a shit what their shirt look, no shirt, they bare necessities, you better know that that motherfucker is probably more prepared than that motherfucker who got on a matching red this and this matching that matching that, and this matching that, because they done spend so much fucking energy on putting their fucking outfit together, they slacking on what really matter, and that's the facts. So Allison said, Flo is on fire, and I'm loving it. We about to go into Diddy talking about he about to be a fucking advocate to avoid prison. He about to be a domestic violence. Yo, yeah, it goes fast, don't it, Lord? See, it goes fast when you the truth. She said, thank you, Flo, for everything you do. It goes fast when you good at what you do. I don't get up in the morning to get cute. I was born cute. I ain't got to put all that work in. My energy goes to what the hell I'm talking about. I asked for a receipt, and it's been an hour, and I ain't been able to get a receipt yet. That's when you're good. I can switch sides and beat you with your style. I remember I think it was Lou Holtz, or one of them great coaches said, I can beat you with my team, and then I can take your team and beat my team with your team. I'm that good. I'm going to say that again. It was a great college football coach that said it. I don't remember what the fuck his name was, but he said, I'm so good, I can coach my team to beat your team. Then we can switch teams, and I can coach your team to beat my team. Ooh, I felt him when he said that. See, I can beat you with my tape, but I research your take better than you. So I can take your take and beat you with your own take. Because in order for me to know what the hell I'm talking about from my side, I got to study your side even harder. That's what people don't understand. I study the people who are against what I'm saying. I study their point of view more than they study. That might go over some people's head, but the people who do shit and be great at it, it ain't going over y'all head. Y'all know what I mean. When you're good, you good. That's why I started every show off. I am not a professional. I am just good. Now let's talk about Diddy. Talking about the fastest hour you ever experienced in your life is the hour Flow Show No Filter. You ain't never seen an hour go fast like this. But anyway, Business Insider. Diddy's bid to avoid prison. This is Diddy's new harebrained scheme to avoid prison. Diddy's bid to avoid prison, become an anti-domestic abuse advocate / counselor. Diddy is trying everything. Bree says, thank you, Flo. for everything you do. Now, thank you, Bree. Much love to y'all. Y'all are the best. But let's talk about this itty bitty delusional Diddy. Sean Diddy Combs' redemption plan includes his aspirations to become an anti-domestic violence advocate. One of his defense lawyers told the Business Insider. Combs, who was found guilty last month of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, plans to cite his hopes to counsel other domestic abusers in a bid to avoid prison. Now let's stop right there. Is there anything about the diddler that makes y'all believe he is the person who needs to be counseling other abusers? You better know it, Melissa. You better know it, Melissa. But is there anything about itty bitty mohawk sticky note Diddy, the delusional one? Is there anything about him that says, you know what? He need to be counseling other abusers. The same man who trying to get a pardon. The same man who has his victim sending in a letter to get him released. He ain't showed no accountability on it. He is trying to avoid accountability at every corner. Yet he want to counsel people? No, he don't want to counsel people. He will be back whooping ass the minute he touched ground. The minute Diddy touch grass and he free, he gonna be back to whooping ass. You know why? How I know that? Because he don't think he did nothing wrong. To this point, he still don't think he did nothing wrong. That's why he want a pardon. He said it. Remember, I told y'all words matter. Out of all this shit that then came out on itty bitty mohawk sticky note delusional desperate Diddy, that name getting longer and longer and longer as this story goes on. But out of all that shit we've seen come out, not only did he want a pardon, his lawyer said, and this is Mark Agnafilio, Marky Mark in the Mohawk bunch. This is his words of quoting Diddy. Diddy told him he deserves a pardon. Tell Trump to give me a pardon. I deserve a pardon. Why do you deserve a pardon, Diddy? I would like to know the reason. It's because you got a lot of money? Because you donated money? Why do you deserve a pardon? This trial has exposed a lot, man. Like I said, I was a big fan. But I realized all the shit was fake. And I realized I think if we all had no morals, if we all didn't give a fuck about anybody and anyone but ourselves, I think we all could be billionaires. Or if you rich and you don't give a fuck about the next man and you are an opportunist and you will stomp on anybody and do whatever you can and don't care about the next person, next man, I'm definitely not impressed with your money. I think anybody with that mentality can get millions. If you don't give a rat's ass about your fellow man, if you will do anything to have money and shit on people left and right, how the hell you expect me to put you in high regard because you've acquired wealth or you acquired money and you got it by not giving a fuck about shit? See, a lot of us have boundaries. I could have way more sponsors, way more money right now if I didn't give a fuck. That don't impress me. If you get it the right way, or if you get it and showing compassion and being really good, not fake good, not all your employees, you beating the hell out of everybody and all that, man, that's you just good to the public eye. You're a persona. It's all a fraud. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you really a good person and you tie up your bootstraps and acquire a lot of money and a lot of this and a lot of that, I will give you credit. But it don't impress me when somebody who don't stand for shit and will shit on anybody and say anything, whatever the moment calls for. I'm not impressed by your fucking money. That don't impress me. That impress people who don't give a fucking life. Lauren said the kitchen is open. Lauren said the kitchen is open in the chat. Hey, look, I've been cooking today. Where them super chats at? I had to miss some super chats or some super stickers because I ain't seen none. I must have missed some. Kitchen ain't making no. Hey, look, the kitchen ain't making no money today. The kitchen about to go out of business unless I missed them. Let me know if I missed any super chats or super stickers, because you know I like to acknowledge the people that keep this thing alive and keep this thing floating. We're going to continue to talk about Diddy being a counselor. Diddy will dress up like Chuck E. Cheese as long as he can invite. Hey, look, Diddy will dress up like Chuck E. Cheese and do the electric slide to avoid being held accountable at this point. Hey, Diddy will dress up like Pokemon and do the hokey pokey in the middle of Times Square. If he can avoid being held accountable. Hey, hold on. I don't know where this at, but hey, I just had to put this. Somebody, Angie said, see, bitch, I got all the smoke. So perhaps the next time you're somewhere new, do bark like a rabbit dog. We don't have to dog walk you. Being a troll shows more about you than you think. Hey, the trolls do anything but produce a receipt. Hey, the trolls will do anything but produce a receipt. When you ask a troll to do something that involves any form of intellect, oh, they get flustered. They don't know. See, that's outside. A troll don't know how to research. A troll don't know how to pull a receipt. A troll only knows how to wake up in the morning and troll. So they already done dog walk themselves. Already, they don't even know it. You woke up at the crack of dawn to troll. That's a terrible life. That's a terrible life. You woke up at the crack of dawn to troll. You don't have nothing better to do. That's sad, man. That's why I don't really have no. That's why I don't really. It's hard for me to be too angry at a troll because they already got it bad enough. See, we all here as a community gathering, loving each other, talking, having good fun. They don't have none of that. So they got to go in different chats and figure out how to troll because they want to try to get people to feel as miserable as they do. See, I feel compassion for the trolls. Because anytime you don't have nothing better to do but to wake up at 8 in the morning to troll, you got it bad. And you just looking for some attention any way you can get it. My dad had a great saying, and it always applies to miserable motherfuckers. No, Angie is cool. I love Angie. I know who Angie was talking to. And they learned something. But let me tell you something about it. Let me tell you something about it. A troll, nobody wants to be a troll. Nobody wants to be a troll. So if they are a troll, you got to feel for them. Like my dad used to always say, nobody wants to be an asshole. So when you see an asshole, you should feel compassion for that asshole. Nobody wants to be a jerk. So if you see a jerk, you should have some compassion for said jerk. And so that's what people always wonder how I'm able to cook motherfuckers and not take it personally and still keep it with just informational and keep it factual. Because at the end of the day, that is how I live. See, a troll, nobody wants to be a troll. When we were kids, or if you ask kids right now, what do you want to be when you grow up? Not one person would ever say a troll. Nobody would ever say an asshole. Nobody would ever say a jerk. Nobody would say none of these things. So when you see someone become that, they got it bad, y'all. They didn't want to be that. They didn't wake up and say, hey, I want to be a troll. They just don't know how to communicate with people. They lack communication skills, so they have to troll so they can get reactions out of people and get attention from people. Because other than that, they won't get no attention. The only way they know how to get attention is by being a troll. And so that joke writes itself. I don't really have to say much about it. Now back to the troll, the king of all trolls, Diddy. They are saying Combs actively wants to pursue being a domestic violence counselor. He wants to tell the world and show the world what it's like and what he's been through and how you cannot be a good not beat the hell out of women. So do you think for 1 second that this judge, first of all, do the judge think Diddy should be a domestic violence counselor? Y'all know this judge don't think that. Do y'all believe for 1 second that the judge believes that Diddy really wants to do this? Or is this just another ploy to avoid accountability? Is you tell me. Nah. It's just a beautiful thing, y'all, when you can come up in the morning and talk about this crazy shit with people, because this shit's crazy. The trolls, hey, look, get a friend. Hey, look, a troll stands for I have no real friends, so I have to just troll and lash out to everybody. Grow up. Just grow up. But it feels good when you got people you can wake up and talk about this stuff to. Definitely. That judge knows exactly what the hell been going on. And he going to definitely, hey, look, I know one thing, that the judge is not going for no 2 to 3 years and no home confinement and no Diddy being Hey, look, he ain't going for Diddy being no guidance counselor or no domestic violence counselor. He not going for none of that. This sentencing is about to be epic. Yeah, it ain't nothing. Only thing you can do as a troll is help push out my numbers and push out my content. That's all trolls do. They work for free. They push your content. Nobody gives a fuck really what they saying. That's why they a troll. Nobody cares about. Nobody cares about what they're saying. They're just like a gnat buzzing around. You know, you have to swat a gnat just because it's irritating, but nobody gives a fuck about no gnat for real. And a gnat is just a troll in the form of an insect. They have nothing to really bring to the table. All they can do is use their fingers to help push your content out. Other than that, they have no real value, and they know it. They just begging for somebody to care, to take what they're saying seriously. And it's sad. Yeah, definitely. Hey, C-Tuck got it right, don't he, y'all? Like a gnat at a barbecue. Everybody having fun, everybody loving each other, everybody having a good time. You just got a gnat that just not doing anything but just getting shooed away, thinking it's doing something. And the gnat be thinking it's doing something, don't it? Get your ass out of here. Go find you some people. Why you ain't got nobody who love you that you can go talk to? Why? Hey, look, where is your loved ones and your friends? Go talk to them. Do they exist? No, because you have an abrasive, obnoxious personality. You're not likable. And you try to take that out on all of us who loving on each other, who having a ball. You try to take it out on us, and then you just get more frustrated. If you got so much, or you so opinionated, you got so, go find your people you love that love you, that want to hear what you got to say. And you hear. Hey. And they try to bring, but you're here. You could be anywhere on earth, but you're here. And that's the bottom line. So the trolls are so stupid, they don't understand that you're here. I already won. You already lost. I'm not where you're at. You're where I'm at. You already lost. You can type till your fucking fingers break. The bottom line is you're following me around. I wouldn't dare follow you around. I don't even know what the fuck you do, who you are, what. Don't give a damn. But you can't be on my team and all in my chat and feel like you have such big things to say, or so you have no impact. Go make some impact. Because the bottom line is you're here. We're not there. We would never be where you're at. You would never have to worry about it. You can go to sleep at night knowing that you are so insignificant, you would never find me anywhere you're at. But your damn show gonna be where I'm at. And so it ain't even nothing else left to say. It ain't even nothing else to say. You're gonna definitely be here. You already lost. You can't win, or you're here. And you could be anywhere. You can scroll. Y'all know how easy it is to scroll, but the trolls are so infatuated by what we got going on, they can't leave because they got nowhere to go. Like I said before, if you trolling and being somewhere you're not welcome at 8 in the morning, you got a miserable life. And you can't explain that away. Ain't no way you can explain that. You can't throw no insults. You here because you ain't got nowhere else to be. You ain't got nowhere else to be. You here. You here, and Diddy is locked up in the MDC eating McMaggot burgers. Oh, life is beautiful. Oh, life is beautiful. And they always, hey, look, and they always so important. Hey, look, and they always so important, but for some reason they got time to troll at 8 in the morning. But like I said, you can be anything you want to be on social media. But one thing you can't be is a motherfucker with no receipts. All I know is we had an hour and 25 minutes. This probably took place at about 10, 15 minutes into the show. I gave Cokehead an hour and 10 minutes to come with one receipt. And the Cokehead couldn't get the job done. That's a fact. You can say all you want to say. You can say, oh, but what about this? Or what's your opinion? And what's your this? And what's your that? I gave you an hour and 10 minutes and you couldn't get the job done. That's all we know. An hour and 10 minutes, not one fucking receipt. Fuck out of here. Angie say Angie's angels are on fire. Hey, one thing about a troll. Hey, look, one thing about a troll, they ass gonna leave this bitch on fire every time. Every time. Go find somewhere you are welcome. That's the key to life. Go find somewhere that's welcomed you, because the Flow community tore their ass up, and C Tuck even hit them with a net at the barbecue. Love and Happiness said, did they really feed the maggots? Let's focus. Someone blocked the troll. No, he been saying he had, hey, look, you gotta, hey, look, I broke that down in 3 or 4 shows. All you gotta do is check all my shows. We done talked about the maggots. They said maggots, and he claimed it was maggots and inspired food in the jails. We talked about that in full detail. Ain't nothing else I can say more than that. I can't break it down no more. I done broke it down all the way. It can't be broke no more. MDC, according to Diddy, is feeding him maggots. McMaggot burgers. Oh, look at all the love. All the hearts and love. That's protein. Hey, the trolls always have an important meeting to get to. Hey, y'all, I got an important meeting with the president of Microsoft. Right after I get off here, I got an important meeting. I have an important meeting with the president of agriculture. Anybody else have an important meeting? I got an important meeting with the board of chairs of the board of chairs. Hey. No. I'm just playing. I don't have no meeting. Angie, no. Well, we just talk about how all the trolls always have important. It's always something important they got to do. Hey, Kathy says she has an important meeting with the swim pool. Shout out to everybody in their important meetings. Shout out, hey, look, Diddy trying to be a guidance counselor, a domestic violence counselor. He wants home confinement, no jail time. If he gets a pardon from Trump, he'll be a Trump supporter. What else? He'll do anything I don't know. C Tuck, I don't know if y'all remember that scene back in Boys in the Hood. This was the old head. But he kept telling the dude he'd do anything for some drugs. And he said he kept shooing him away. And he finally said, I suck yo, you know what, for some drugs. He ended up just punching him or something after that. That's the hey, look, I don't know what Diddy. I don't even want to hear what the next thing Diddy will say that he'll do for a pardon or to get time served. Because he's getting more and more desperate every day. Yeah, Boys in the Hood. He said, man, I suck yo. What? Because all the other stuff wouldn't work. He like he was talking about I'll wash your car, I'll clean your clothes, I'll clean your house. None of that would work. He finally said, man, I suck yo. What? Now you don't went too far. So everybody, we all have important meetings. Yeah. Don't didn't he say cheeseburger? Yeah. Yeah, don't mean a cheeseburger. I suck yo. What? So everybody, it's been another outstanding show. The Flow Show, No Filter. Don't forget to become a member. I just put the Buzzsprout, subscribe, keep the lights on. I'm trying not to get a job, y'all. The thing that keep me from getting a job is the super chats and the subscriptions and the super stickers. So let's keep them coming. This is the Keep Flow from Getting a Job fund. Let me put the YouTube. What is it? Oh, to join this channel. Let me put the member link in the chat. If you want to be a YouTube member, let me put that in the chat. That also helps. But Tuesdays and Thursdays episode for Apple, Spotify, and all of that, those will be subscription only, subscriber only episodes. We are trying to avoid having to deal with the machine. And the only way we can avoid dealing with the machine is to be self-sufficient. So we need more subscribers, more members, more everything, so we can continue to call it like it is and fuck everything else. Great show today, family. I'm out, Flow. I will subscribe to the YouTube channel Friday when I get my cash. Feels good. I thank you for the support. Thank you for everything. Thanks for everything. I love you all, and I'm out. Hey, look, Angie says I love you all, but I'm out. Let's get the I'm outs in the chat. Another successful, great Flow Show, No Filter. Keep spreading love, Flow Show fam and Wake and Bake crew. Have a great Monday, everyone. Love you bunch of. See you tomorrow, and I'm out. Lord says good for you, bro, for sure. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Until tomorrow. Terry Rose says until tomorrow. Danae Taylor says, I'm out. Guys, have a great day. Subscribing today. See you all tomorrow. Desi says, good day all. Thank you, Flo. I'm out. Thank you, Desi. Much love. Love you all. Angie says, peace and love and flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. So, y'all, as always, I love y'all, but I'm out.